How are you bringing in your 2024? Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching me on TikTok, you may know me by Jabu. But most importantly, you've been seeing me show you how my travels across Africa been. I am now in my third country. I am in Zambia, and another beautiful place. But most importantly, I have been talking to you about the three areas of life that I focus on, which are happiness, health, and wealth. And so this whole video is going to be all about all three of those and how to start making sure you get it in the year 2024. One thing that I really strongly believe, especially after these last few years, after I've started changing my habits and understanding more about me through study of psychology, that if you do not put the energy going into the new year, the year is going to be the actual same. There's nothing that's going to be new about it if you're not entering it doing new things. And so you may be like, oh, Jason, I'm always doing new things. I'm always trying things, making New Year's resolutions. That's not exactly what I'm talking about. The biggest mistake that I used to make back in the day, and you may be making this mistake also unawarely, is you're waiting till January 1st, that magical day, to like, this is going to be the day that I start changing my life. And the truth is, if you're waiting until January 1st, the odds are you're not going to change anything. In fact, they know the statistics on it. It's an 80-20. 80% of people are going to fail their New Year's resolutions, and 20% of those people are going to be resilient enough to actually go and get it. But what they're not telling you is, what is that 20% doing that is so different from the 80%? Success leaves clues, just like being unsuccessful. Truth of the matter is, there's not really a thing called unsuccessful. We're either successfully getting what we want or we're successfully not getting what we want. And what I mean by that is, I know back when I was 300 plus kilograms, which was well over 600 plus pounds, every new year I was going into, I'm going to lose weight this year. This is going to be the year I die. This is going to be the year I lose the weight. And you know how I was moving into that new year? Eating the same foods. Matter of fact, I was eating worse than I probably was most of the year because I wanted to make sure, let me stock up on all the stuff that I'm going to be missing. Let me go and get that last cheat meal. And then you know what? Turned out January 1st, maybe I did it January 2nd. But then by the 3rd, those cravings started kicking back in. And what did those cravings do? It took me out of actually being able to be successful in my goal of being able to lose weight. And so you may be like, okay, Jason, I've done that before too, but what made it different this time? What made it different was I didn't wait until that magical date of January 1st. I started well before that. I wanted to enter the new year already hitting my goal of being on a solid eating plan. What is the eating lifestyle that I wanted to be on? And when I discovered plant-based living and I started doing it and I started sticking to it, and then, January 1st come around, I'm already plant-based. I'm already eating it. I'm already coming into the new year as a new person because this is the first time I'm doing something different and committed to it. And so you may want to actually start trying to do that right now. We have 14 days left of this year. And so what I did to start the new year of 2024 off right, I said, you know what, man, 14 days left. I'm in a new country. I'm in Lusaka, Zambia right now. I started looking around. I was like, man, I don't have that much TV. I don't have this much electronics and stuff yet. And I don't feel like buying everything yet. And something kept telling me not to buy a refrigerator yet. And then I started realizing, I started meditating and asking myself, okay, am I just being cheap here? Am I being poverty minded? Or is there a reason why I do not need a fridge yet? And when I started doing that meditation and asked myself that question and say, yo, you need to get your eating a little bit better under control. Now, even though I'm still plant-based, however, I'm not as healthy as I can be. I'm not as healthy as I want to be also, meaning I still rely a lot on some processed vegan type foods. And I want to get off of that. And like any other bad eating lifestyle or eating decisions you may be making, they're usually chemically driven. And what I mean by that is if you're eating processed foods, would you eat the standard American diet, which is about 95% of the world, or if you eat a completely vegan diet, not whole food, plant-based, vegan, you're eating a lot of chemicals. And those chemicals have addictive controls over us. especially if you eat a lot of sweet things, if you eat a lot of spicy things. Like all of those things are a lot deeper than what we think they are. Sugar doesn't just spike your insulin levels. It also has a chemical effect on the brain. Like if you are someone who consumes dairy, especially cheese, the casomorphine actually reacts just like morphine on the brain. Science have proven it over and over again that this is why so many people have a hard time actually cutting out cheese when they go on diets. I was one of those that had a hard time myself. So as someone who's recovered from it, I understand very well how food chemicals are and the addictive qualities of it. And so because I knew I wanted to do this, what I made a decision was, you know what? I'm going to do a fast. Fasting is one of the best ways to break some of the chemical addictions from eating because your body's going into autophagy after a certain amount of time and it's starting to recycle all of those damaged cells, all of those cells that are sending off the wrong signals, and it's actually restabilizing you at a cellular level to start doing the things that you want to be able to do, give you the energy that you want to have, and also being able to eat a healthier way. This is one of the easiest ways to start getting a healthier eating habit is by practicing intermittent fasting or long-term fasting. Now, what I'm doing is long-term fasting, meaning I'm going to do it for a complete 14 days. And so what I'm doing while I'm doing this long-term fasting, I'm drinking water. Here's my water bottle here. But also what I'm doing, because I've done this before for 32 days. I did that with CC. It was our last fast together, actually. Like, wow, it's crazy, man. That was our last time fasting together. We did 32 days. It was crazy. And so now I'm gonna be real with you. Like this last year and a half, it's been hard to fast. Not having your backbone, your rib, your support. It's hard when you're doing it on your own. And so spiritually, I wasn't ready yet. I've been, spiritually healing myself, physically healing myself, re-understanding who is Jason, like all of these things. And in the meantime, I haven't been focusing as much as I should have or that I want to on how I'm eating because I do prefer a whole food, plant-based, minimum oil. And so I've been relying a lot on actual processed vegan foods. And so because I understand that, I know that I need to detox my body at another level. And so with doing the 14 days, I'm doing water only. It's going to be complete 14 days, no food. And plus I'm drinking sarsaparilla tea. Now, sarsaparilla tea, the reason why I'm doing this and doing teas and herbs also is because it's going to keep certain minerals going inside of my body. And what I mean by that is it's going to help at a cellular level to keep the electricity conducting properly, to keep it generating properly. Your body is a big powerhouse. It is like an electrical warehouse. It creates electricity, it uses electricity, it recycles electricity, everything about it. So your vitamins and minerals are the things that are very important when you're doing a fast. Now, if you've never done a fast before, make sure you consult your doctor or go to someone who's a professional that can walk you through it. Do not just start doing a dry fast where you're not doing anything. That is very dangerous. But also don't just start a fast and you don't know what you're doing. You need to educate yourself. Download these apps like Fastic. Let me see, there's a new one that I'm trying out right now. It is called, let me see, and this is on the Amazon Marketplace. It's called Body Fast. So just go in the marketplace, whether you're on Amazon or Android or not Amazon, Android or Apple, and download a fasting app that can help you. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is to reset myself as I'm going into the new year, January 1st. And come January 1st, does that mean I'm going to completely start back eating normal? I don't know yet. I'll discuss that or make a decision on that when the time comes. But like, really think about it. How do you want the new year to look for you? So like while I'm doing this fast, I'm doing scripting, I'm journaling. What are the things that I want? I also have my 2024 planner that I'm planning out. Once I finish this video, I'm going to actually just start writing in. This is what my expectations are for this date. This is what I want for around this time. Now, when you're doing something, if you're going to do something as deep as that, don't go into Don't focus too much on the date itself that you put down your goal. You can always extend your goal. The thing is just you're setting up the energy, you're putting the energy out there for the universe to tell you, for you to tell the universe, this is what I desire. This is what I want, and this is what I expect it. And once you start using that law of expectation, things start unraveling for you. And literally, the physical world around you will start changing to give you exactly what you want or need. And remember, life is happening for us, not to us. Like everything is happening for our benefit. Like it's not just happening to us. Like it's you're stuck with bad luck. A lot of times it's the energy that we're putting out. We're not actually putting out the correct energy. And I can tell you just from prime example, and let me know in the comments if you've experienced this, especially with New Year's resolutions. Like I was giving the example earlier with the weight loss, the energy that I was putting out every time leading into January 1st, I was putting out energy to get fatter. Like I wasn't putting out the energy to be healthy. And until I started realizing I had to start expecting more and putting out the energy that will get those results, that's when I started getting them. And so I just wanted to share this with you because this is one of my little hacks that I do on the end of the year. It just start setting out my expectations, start my scripting, my journaling, and just start actually planning out my planner. Most of us buy a planner and we wait until the date things come up. Try planning it out ahead of time. What do you want to do? What gym do you want to go to? What vacations you want to go on? How much money do you want to have saved by this time? Like, start thinking about that. Even if it's a weight loss goal, like, what size do you want to be by February 3rd? Like, write those in and see how the universe is going to start unraveling and making sure that happens for you. And so I just wanted to share that with you today. Hope you having a great Christmas festive season. And before I end, I just want to say this, like, let's make sure, man, like, let's have fun on festive season, but let's have fun in a mature and responsible way. I know around the world, everybody wants to start drinking, everybody want a club party. But look, the thing that's most important about festive season is being able to spend it with the ones that you love the most. And I wish I could have this Christmas with CC. However, that's out of my control. But a lot of us are in control if we can be here possibly for the next Christmas. So just please be responsible out there. And just remember, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.